Are live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning!
Yes.
All right. It's Monday morning, the best day of the work week.
The best day. We are here and we are live. Whoop, 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 whoop. Monday.
Good morning, my name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Like. Woo, woo, like. And we are here. Good morning to you. Don't forget, show us some love, share, comment, like, and if you're watching us on YouTube Live, then please subscribe. We have hit some milestones, honey.
What did we hit?
We've hit some, so our podcast, which we don't do a lot of promoting of, our podcast is up to 15,000 plays.
15,000 times someone has clicked play to our podcast that we did. 15,000?
Yes.
Did you just say 15,000?
I said 15,000, and that's a real number. That's a real number.
That is exciting.
15,518 to be exact.
Wow. That's beautiful.
It's pretty cool. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, Beverly.
I think that is an accomplishment, actually.
It is.
15,000 views of this show.
Listens. 15,000 listens. The podcast.
Okay.
The audio.
So they didn't even watch it. They just heard it.
They just listen at us.
15,000 times.
Yeah. And if you're one of those 15,000, we love you and we appreciate you.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, Sister Yvette. Good morning, Sister Beverly. How you guys doing?
Miss Phyllis is on rocking.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. I'm hopeful you guys had a good weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Did you do anything cool? Did you make sure that your week ended? Did you have any kind of downtime?
That part.
Yes.
I did, actually. It was a struggle. My goodness.
You did a lot of blinging this weekend, more than I can remember you doing in one weekend.
That's funny because I feel like I didn't.
You did more than you normally do, baby.
I did less than I wanted to do, but I did.
More than you wanted to do?
Yes.
Lisa did a lot of blinging here in the lab. Mm-hmm. She was able to connect with her friends and play her music and kind of get caught up in the glory and the reverie of blinging stuff.
I love blinging.
And not only blinging, but you also, what's the other word? We just put the letters and stuff on my tablet case.
Yes, customized.
Customized and stuff. Yeah, that was nice.
Yes.
I got a chance to smoke on camera. I did a novelty cigar called an egg, and I recorded that. I'm giving that thumbs down.
2 thumbs
But
down.
yesterday I had an Oscar leaf, a leaf by Oscar.
What you prefer?
2 thumbs up. That's a fantastic thing. Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
So you had downs and ups.
Yes.
It was on a roller coaster.
2 thumbs up. And the weather was beautiful here in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend.
Yesterday was magnificent.
Yes, you could be outside for a long time.
And you didn't get that chill in your bones. That's why I moved to the South, to stay away from the chill in your bones.
It makes you feel better, too.
I prefer it.
So I do want to hear how your weekend was, please.
Absolutely.
If you're willing to share.
Absolutely. Oh, I know I got some people who want to see what the pen is looking like so far.
Okay, so go ahead and do that. And while Lisa's doing that, we do have a topic for today. Now, this is Monday, the first day of the week, and Lisa and I have long preached on this show. This show's been going since October of 2016. But we have long preached about the most important days of your work week.
Yes.
And we both are in agreement, and we tell our clients and we tell you that Monday is the most important day of the work week.
Absolutely.
Because if you want to have a good week, typically you need to have a good Monday.
Yes.
How do you have a good Monday? You make sure that you do something productive that you can count your work day as a win. By the time this day's over, you want to feel like you won today. Go ahead.
Right. So, and the best way to do that is to have planned ahead of time.
Yes.
Planned ahead of time. We talk about planning. We talk about starting your business at a specific time each day. We talk often about these things that employees probably take for granted because you have a set schedule that you typically work and you have a set work that you have to do on a particular time. But sometimes when people are entering into entrepreneurship, especially if the pressure is not completely on yet, they are entering into it sort of hobby-esque.
They treat their business as if it was a hobby. I'll get
just
around
a little
to
bit
it and don't do stuff in a disciplined way.
Absolutely.
Just do it when you get to it, and spending more time doing the stuff that you like and less time doing stuff that you don't like.
Absolutely.
But still may be important to get done.
Absolutely, which is really why I'm very deliberate and intentional about the time that I set aside to do the stuff that I really like, that I just want to do for me. Whether it's for my client or for me, there are elements of my job that I could do ad infinitum. I could just do. I love it, right? But if I neglect the things that need to get done, I will have
not necessarily be glamorous.
They're not glamorous. They may not be party. They're not fun. Like where I've gotten a lot more deliberate and intentional about bookkeeping, right? About bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is not sexy, except when your bank account says X, Y, and Z didn't make their payments. So you gotta set aside time. I set aside time on Mondays and Fridays to reconcile. Has everyone done what they need to do? Have I followed up? Has those things? So having deliberate and set times to do certain things will help you to avoid the avalanche of stuff that will hit if you just don't do them. Now, that is one of the 7 habits of highly effective people, which you guys know that we have done over the past week. We started on Wednesday. We started on the 7 habits of highly effective people on Wednesday of last week, and we've done 3 so far.
I'm excited about the 4th one. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Number 1 was
be proactive.
Get ahead of stuff.
Get ahead of stuff. Do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, with or without supervision, on the same premise, starting from where you want it to end up.
Absolutely. Number 2, which takes us to number 2.
Begin with the end in mind. How do you want this thing to look when it's rocking?
Mm-hmm. And if you begin to see some elements of how these things piggyback upon one another, good listen.
That's right.
Number 3.
First things first, I pop a freak salt the honeys. You know, there's some things that you got to get done before you get some other things done. And
so often we want to get to the good stuff. You know, as teenagers, we want to get to the adulthood. As little kids, we want to be the teenagers. So often we want to skip all of the stuff in the middle and we want to go straight to the stage or straight to the.
And my favorite story, my favorite real life example of that is when I started to make some money and I had my first financial advisor, and I had done some research on how to invest my money.
Yes.
Okay.
Make this grow.
So, but this dude I knew was a successful financial advisor, and he happened to have been in our circle. Mm-hmm. So I said, man, Luke, I want to invest in this, and I want to do this right here. And I want to put some of my money in this right here. Mm-hmm. And then he started asking me. He was older and more mature and wiser.
He slow walked you into that moment.
He said, so, okay, Brian, great. So how much do you have in savings right now?
I don't really have a savings account set up.
And then, okay, how much insurance do you have, Brian?
Hadn't even really thought about insurance. Insurance is for when you die, right? I don't have that.
And have you thought about what to do for your children when you're gone?
And so he had to say, you know what? Yeah, let's take first things first.
His line to me was, Brian, let's handle these basics first. We'll work on the sexy stuff later. That's what he said to me.
And that is exactly good. That's the best advice you can get. Because you were ready to go to the more nother stuff.
Yeah.
Like, now I want that one. I want the 401XYZ IRA. Give me some of that.
Whatever was hot at the time.
Yes, give me some of that stuff I seen on the commercials.
Right, exactly. But that was unwise. I didn't know any better. Okay.
And it would be like building upon something with no foundation.
Right.
No foundations. First things first is build your foundation. Get the coaching you need to get before you start. Get the understanding of what your investment is going to look like in order to capitalize on the thing that you have been given to deal with.
Michael Carson is free. I love for him to swing through. All my grandchildren have gotten the books that we sent them.
Oh yeah,
all of them. So if Michael Carson, I notice we sometimes can summon people up.
Good morning, Yvette. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa, I gotta talk to you this week. I have my lessons and the lessons we've learned, legacies of life. And I know we're supposed to be having a women's showcase this month. I have a crazy booked calendar, so I may need to move that date around. So I want to make sure that you are available because we got to get you on. We got to get you on. We had some challenges. It wasn't challenge, but
so now we're still working from the 7 habits of highly effective
we're
people.
up to habit number 4.
Habit number 4 is think win-win.
Think win-win. What does that mean, babe?
Habit. It's not I win, you lose. It's not you win, I lose. Can we find a way for both of us to win in this circumstance? If there's a disagreement, if there's a negotiation, if there's something, a direction that we want to go, can we both find a place where we both get a win? It takes some discipline to do that. It takes some willingness to be creative to do that. It takes some mutual respect to do that. Absolutely. But habit number 4 to be highly effective is to think win-win.
Think win-win. How can you come to a conclusion, a decision, or an agreement that both people or both entities, if you will, and as entrepreneurs, you should think of yourself as an entity. Both entities can both gain something from the interaction.
Now, there's some basic suppositions that you need to have in order to think win-win. First off is the law of abundance.
Realize that there's more than enough.
The nature is rich and it was intended that you be as well. There's enough resources, there's enough prestige, there's enough money, there's enough cars, there's enough homes.
Absolutely.
For everyone.
Absolutely. I have often had to explain that to people, particularly in certain arenas where they're used to exclusivities in certain extents, and they can't, there's a place for exclusivity, but they can't always understand then how does collaboration work, and how does everybody win and get their 6 figures, 7 figures if we're working together?
It's certainly possible.
It's possible.
And it's actually preferred, not just possible. It's more fun when we all get some.
You
know,
and I'm gonna get some.
Yeah, for
today.
11 years of my life,
at
I managed salespeople.
Yep.
Baby, we got that skill. Yes, we do. But for 11 years of my life, I managed salespeople, and I can't not think about that experience. I noticed the office was noisier and happier in direct proportion to how many different salespeople were prosperous. So if you got the regular guys that's always making the money, and then everyone else not making money, the office is quiet and not happy.
Absolutely.
But when more than half of the salespeople are making good money, the office is noisy and it's energetic. You know, it's more fun. Just more fun. You get 10 salespeople and 6 of them are being prosperous right now, and the other 4 up and coming. It's better. It's just better. When you get 1 or 2 guys making all the money and no one else making money, it's drudgery.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, Johnny Anthony. Thank you for joining us. Yvette says we have to think about positive things, not the negative things. And Dr. Deborah says win-win is definitely the way to go.
Johnny Anthony, the cigar banker. You know, he's got a mobile cigar unit. He's got style out the yin yang, and he's a cigar guy. That's my man. We're talking the 4th habit of highly effective people. Think win-win. And first, you have to understand that the nature is rich. There is abundance for everyone. And if you can understand that, it's easier for you to think.
Well, that's actually a very simplistic thought. However, you got to realize that many people come from a training or an upbringing that is contrary to that.
Yes.
It's you're gonna eat that all up right now. It's not gonna be enough for everybody else. So,
don't get the biggest piece of cake either. Okay, save the big piece of chicken because we don't have enough chicken for everyone else. Okay, you don't have
money. Don't grow on trees.
We grow up with that. I discovered an interesting concept yesterday. I talked to my wife about it. It's called the Mongrel Complex. The Mongrel Complex. Do you know what the Mongrel Complex is? I tell you if you don't. The Mongrel Complex it's a group dynamic where we feel that we're not as good as them. Okay. Our team isn't as good as their team, or their country is better than our country. It's a group of us believing that we're inferior to another entity. Okay. Now, it's easier to see that like in sports. Okay. A team that's been downtrodden for a long time, where we're just not as good as that team, or that team has more resources than we do, or they have better facilities than we do, they got better coaching than we do, their fans are better looking, whatever. Okay. Truth is, you have as much resources as them. And the Mongrel Complex keeps communities, keeps teams, keeps cities, and yes, even keeps races of people down.
Entire entities, absolutely. But know that the opposite is also true. Melissa said, Mom Lisa, were you talking about the showcase for March or the show today? I am not talking about the show today. I am on for today. I think it's 2:00 or whatever time it is. I'm open for today. Please send me the link and a reminder for that. But the showcase was supposed to be on the 13th, and I forgot that I have a book launch on the 13th that's already scheduled with a client on that day. So there will be an event on that day, but it will not be our showcase unless I get crazy enough to want to do two of them one day. So stay tuned. Let me get that showcase together. It's women's showcase right now. I have Melissa booked. I have about 3 other people booked. I'm looking for women authors. Of course, empowerment authors take precedence, but it's not exclusive. But female empowerment authors take precedence, but we are not exclusive. And of course, the empowerment family is the second precedence. So I want to say who we have not showcased is author Lynette. She's got her new book, and we want to help her to get that message out.
Does.
So
author Lynette, get up on the show today, sis.
Yeah, so let's get author Lynette, but we got Melissa already booked in. I got 2 other people
in our community, but yes. She has produced a book recently that we need to celebrate.
We want to celebrate that. So amen.
She pop on today. We can let her
Billy Bronco. Good morning to you, my brother.
So we're thinking win-win. Now, the first thing you had to understand is that nature is rich and there's abundance, but there's 3 other tenets that you have to understand in order for you to be able to effectively use this habit. Mm-hmm. One is
to stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
Lou Holtz used to call them the 3 C's: criticizing, condemning, and complaining. Try to have a day where you won't do any of those 3 things. Can you go a whole day without complaining? Can you? Can you go a whole day without complaining about anything? A day.
A day.
I ain't say a life. I said a day.
Just a day.
Without complaining.
Right. That we don't have to hear about your neck, your back, or your sacroiliac. That you have.
Or the traffic or the
traffic
or the service.
Did you say traffic?
Yes.
You could go without.
I didn't say me. I asked them.
Traffic.
If you go a whole day without complaining.
Like, for real, I was thinking like maybe we could go for a drive, because actually you did quite good yesterday in the traffic. We only had 1 or 2 incidents.
As I'm driving?
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal for me in the traffic.
You like it. That's the problem. The complaining.
The car.
No, yes, that is part of how you drive the car. It is, all right, got my seatbelt on, got my mirror done.
Got my files so I could track and record dumb stuff I see on the road.
Yes, absolutely. But stop complaining is a great way to think win-win. When you're wasting time on complaining, you are actually creating an energy that surrounds you that's repugnant. It's not attractive.
It's repelling instead of attracting when you complain. Okay. Let's go to number 2.
It's what now?
Repelling instead of attracting. Okay.
It certainly is.
Now, next one here, I want to spend a little bit more time on. Number 2 was to bolster your self-confidence.
Yes, bolster your self-confidence.
This is critically important for you to be effective in your life and to be happier as a person. Now, there's a few ways to bolster your self-confidence. First off, I'm going to just give you a couple real quick ways to bolster your self-confidence, to remind yourself that you're good. And sometimes we have to do that formally and technically. There was a great speaker and trainer that I know. Her name is Patricia Fripp, and she recommends people have what she called Braggalogs.
Yes.
Braggalogs, where you just track your good works and or celebrations or
Mhm.
accomplishments.
Who's your Bragalog for?
You.
It's for
It's
you.
exclusively for you. You don't ever have to share it with anybody.
No, it is exclusively for you. And I encourage you that if you're consistently battling with self esteem, with other people's opinions of you, a bragalog can be a great tool to remind you of what you've already accomplished, so that in those moments when you're focusing so heavily on something that you did not accomplish, you can more easily recover.
You know, I use a Bragalog, but mine are what's called my testimonials. Whenever I start to either lose focus or wondering, what am I supposed to be doing today? I find reading my testimonials refocuses me. I'm gonna give you a praise report I got. A praise report I got. Can I share a praise report with you guys? Last week, as a lot of you know, there was a big conference went on for 7 days. It was called the Black and Iconic Conference, and they had more than 200 speakers from across the country. More than 200 speakers. Isn't that something? They all had different topics over 7 days. 200 different speakers gave their thoughts, and that included giants like Dr. Willie Jolly and Dr. George Frazier. They were there, and Mr. Trevor Otts. They were there. And I got a phone call on Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday evening. I got a phone call from the founder of the event, Mr. Otts, Trevor Otts. He says, Brian, we just want you to know that we've been reviewing all of the talks, and we've selected yours because you knocked it out of the park, Brian. I was selected as Best of Iconic Speaker. Me and I think there was 3 others. Best of Iconic Speaker. I spoke for 20 minutes, and he could not have been more effusive in his praise. He was like, Brian, you knocked it out of the park. I got to give you your due while you're alive. I'm giving you your flowers while you're alive. You delivered, you carried, and we can consider you now as a headliner, Brian. He says, now what headline? Because they have events throughout the year. So now, Brian, we put you in a spot where you can either open a conference or close a conference.
Absolutely.
Because they had me on Thursday night at 8 p.m. because they didn't know no better yet. But now they have me in a spot where I can open or close, and I can post through their communities without regard. I can post freely. Yes, without impunity, I can post freely because they believe now I have good content. Absolutely. So that is a big praise report for me.
It is. And that definitely had to bolster your self-confidence.
It did.
And so here's the other thing. Sales is also about confidence. Sales is about confidence more than anything else. Skills, expertise, experience, a great product, a great service, all of those things are important. But if you don't have the confidence to clearly articulate that, then it's very difficult for you to succeed. And here's what someone else says about that.
Hi, Brian. I just wanted to drop you a quick note and say thank you. I'm so excited. I've been working with you, and I am seeing a tremendous difference, not just for my business, but in me. I'm one of those people that I never really liked the idea of sales. But the way that you've delivered information to me, it's been in a way that I feel like I can do it, and I am doing it, and I'm definitely seeing the results. And so I'm so excited because something amazing has just happened, and it's a direct result of everything that you've been teaching me. And so I just wanted to thank you for helping me get excited about sales for the first time ever, and really showing me that I can be successful in my business and that I can be in control of what I earn. And I really have to thank you for that. Thank you, Brian.
So you can decide to keep your sales exactly the way they are right now, or you can realize that by getting connected with the sales confidence coach, you can improve your sales considerably. Brian K. McNeill is the sales confidence coach. You can schedule your complimentary consultation at the link below. That's calendly.com/BK McNeill, or simply text him at 919-345-4893. That's 919-345-4893.
Thank you, Dr. Deborah. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, today on One Word Conversation, the word is discernment. And Bill Brown's special guest is Mark Lewis, right here on the Empowerment Duo Facebook page and the Empowerment Network. We appreciate you guys supporting our network and supporting our content contributors. If you would like to create a 30 to 60-second commercial, either about your experience with the Empowerment Network and the Empowerment Duo, or about your own business, then please feel free to do so and send that to us at admin.epublishu, and that link is in the description box above. We will get it played on the air. Dr. Deborah, yes, I love that song. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself.
Now, I think that's true, very, very true. But how can you encourage yourself? I think that's a discipline too. And I think it's even more than sometimes. You have to do it often. You have to encourage yourself often.
Yes, I have a. Go ahead. Did you want to say something else?
Okay, please.
I have a one of these. What are these index cards? I have an index card in my bathroom that says, "Don't forget the things you've already accomplished that were impossible."
Wow.
Don't forget the things you've already accomplished that were impossible.
Wow.
There's some stuff that
That's a good
all
one.
of us have had in our lives that was heavy. In the midst of it, we were like, that ain't never going to happen. And other people reminded us it wasn't never going to happen. But take a second, because it's in your rearview mirror.
That's right. You've accomplished some stuff already.
You've already accomplished some stuff. Sundiata, last year around this time, the doctor said, you're not even going to sit up again ever.
They thought he's going to be bedridden forever.
If he was going to exist forever.
Yeah, because his life was precarious.
Yes.
But now he gets around.
Mm-hmm.
He joined us at a cigar bar last month, I think.
Absolutely. But even since then, now he's walked to the car to get into the car.
Yes.
He's walked. He hasn't had to get in his riding scooter thing. He actually walked with the assistance of a walker, but nevertheless,
that's amazing.
That's still amazing.
That's a freaking amazing.
And so often we want to focus on what's not right instead of focusing on what has been accomplished. That's what I kind of skipped over Yvette's comment a couple of times because I didn't know how to respond to it. And her comment says, not me, I have to complain about things. I think it's a choice.
I saw that. I was thinking maybe she mistakenly put a V instead of a T. Like, I hate to complain about things.
I don't know.
Either way, I saw that too. That's a choice.
I think it's a choice.
I want to get to the next one about not comparing yourself to others.
Mm-hmm. We gotta get some. Billy, we're continuing in our prayers for you. He said, I had a stroke a few weeks ago and I'm going to therapy. Well, we are believing God for your complete and total healing. We are grateful that you are still with us, and we are going to continue to be pressing up prayer.
Well, you're a champion, and we want to be a champion for you. When you go through some things, I hope there's some people in your life that you can lean on a little bit and kind of help you out right now, because there does come a time where you need others to bolster you. Absolutely. Bolster your spirit, bolster your energy, prop you up on a leaning side. Okay, and this very well may be that time for you. There is a blessing coming out of this, Billy.
Absolutely.
There is a blessing, and within every adversity, there's a seed of an equal to or a blessing is equal to or greater than blessing. Excuse me.
Yes, there certainly is.
You want to show off your shirt, baby Bling?
Of course, I always want to show off my shirt. It's my shirt I'm showing off.
Look at my titties.
But those of you who notice my bling is my business shirt, and I have a blinged out earring as well. No, that I love everything bling. So much so that I have started learning more about blinging. Now, this was a manual bling. This is not something that I'm teaching on. This is something that I'm learning. I actually blinged this beautiful pen manually, and it's got some gaps. It needs some work, but it's a place to start. However, I am teaching the more automated blinging process. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Hold on. You can see it if I do it like this. And I will be teaching it. There you go. It says over 50 in bling. And I will be teaching this on how to do this. This is a more technical blinging process that I've been trying to learn over the past almost a year now. And I have created a curriculum that will allow you Bling 101 to join me on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. for Bling 101. You will get the class. You will also have the opportunity to get the replay if you can't be there or if you want it to review again. And you will receive my instructions manual that I've created with lots and lots of tips and insights, as well as vendor lists and other information. And you can register for that class. It's called Bling 101. Just go to bit.ly/Bling 101. What, babe? And that will be great. Now, so again, here's the pin that we bling. There you go. You can see it much better. It's beautiful. I've got some touching up to do on it. I enjoyed the blinging process, and there will be more bling to come. But I am actually going to make a couple more of these, and then I'm going to do a giveaway for them. So as I get better, I will be sharing them with you. Now, in addition to that, this is the first of the month. This is the first of the month. So what does that mean? That means that there's a couple of opportunities for fellowship, for more direct interaction and fellowship. On Tuesday, Male Empowerment Networks.
Yes, tomorrow night on the first and the third Tuesday of each calendar month, I host a men's and teenage men's group called Male Empowerment Networks. I've been doing this since August of 2013. I'm super excited about this one as well. So tomorrow night at 7 p.m., we do it virtually. So if you know of a man or a teenage man that can be benefited by open conversation with other men and teenage men, you're welcome to join. I'll be posting the links on it today.
And the link is on your screen. You can go to bit.ly/men3221 for the registration link so that you can join. There is no cost for that event, as well as Women Empowerment Networks on Friday. Ladies, we cannot wait for Friday's First Friday networking for the ladies. Come out, share about your business, share about what we can celebrate you for. So share your accomplishment. But in addition to that, we're going to be having some fun together. So make sure that you register so that you can receive the special stuff that I'm going to be emailing out. And then we will see you then at 7 o'clock. Thank you. And that's bit.ly/when2521.
Okay, cool. So again, this is Monday, the first day of the week. We're continuing our journey along the 7 habits of highly effective people. We're on habit number 4. Good morning, Sister Brenda. We're on habit number 4 today, which is think win-win. And we've covered some amazing parts of think win-win. I want to go to the next one though.
All right. So number 3 is go for the win.
Go for win-win. You have to want to and on purpose if you're having an argument, is there any way that we can both win this argument?
We actually practice that consistently.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's one of our superpowers. I do think that's one of our superpowers. Mm-hmm. And I think that it can be yours too. I think it really can be a superpower in almost any type of relationship, whether it's a business relationship, a friendship relationship, or an intimate relationship. Because when you are considering ways that both people can find satisfaction, then it becomes less of an argument and more of an opportunity to brainstorm and compromise.
I think because of our consistent understanding of this point and going for this point, it's cause for higher levels of enjoyment, actually. I enjoy my wife now more than I did in the 6 years that we've been in couplehood. For 6 years. Now, you don't know 6 years. Mm-hmm. 6 years, yeah. 2015. We're in 2021 right now.
Oh, wow.
But, after 6 years, she can start getting on your nerves. And I done heard all of his stories. I done know all of her quirks, those kind of things. But I enjoy my wife more now.
Yeah, and I hope that you're finally learning that I love to hear. Not only do I love it, I don't have any problem at all hearing the same story twice. Like, I do not. And I think
4 times.
No, I don't have a problem hearing it 4 times. I have gotten to the point that sometimes I have to make requests because I know the story that connects with that. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I
notice you know what story I'm about to tell some of the time.
Most of the time. Because I've usually prompted you.
Is that what you think happened?
Yes.
I know Lisa knows the story
Yes.
because that story goes with this situation.
That's what he thinks. I've actually planned the conversation around prompting that particular story.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, going for win-win. But the next part, I want to get to it because we got to do songs.
Go ahead.
I was thought you had to sing, but the one about not comparing yourself to others.
I thought we did that one already. I didn't capture that.
Okay, no problem. But to have a win-win mentality, one of the things that keeps you from having win-win mentality.
I think that was supposed to be stop complaining, was supposed to be stop comparing.
Okay.
Because I really don't think we would have said stop complaining.
I was surprised when I saw stop complaining too, but I thought you had a thought, so I was going to roll with it.
No, I think it was supposed to be stop comparing. That I was
comparing
like
yourself to other people. The reason why I'm going to say that, first off, it's a formula to be unhappy when you compare yourself to other people. And then it also puts you in a mindset of, I'm going to win and they need to lose. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you're comparing, or they're winning and I'm losing. That is a hard place to live.
Yeah, it is. And it's an unnecessary address.
Right.
It's like you did that to yourself. Because it's not necessary. We actually talked about one of those hooks or old saws or limiting beliefs that I have allowed to sort of carry with me, quietly playing in the background since I was in the 7th grade.
Things that you believed then that still carry that may not be true today? That
are not true. That wasn't even true then. I mean, they really weren't true then. I love, so what happened was when I was in the 7th grade, we had chorus.
Oh, yes.
We had chorus. We had chorus at that time, and I am and was an alto. However, the leads of the songs and everything that they were singing were all, what do you call it? All of the leads were soprano. And so the graduation song, who knows what the graduation song was for us back in the 8th grade?
You were in the 8th grade, so that had to be late 70s.
Whitney Houston. I believe the children are our future. Teach them right. So that was the song for graduation. So in the 7th grade, we were preparing for the 8th grade graduation songs. Beverly is Dr. always stirring up stuff. I love it.
She's got a log book as well.
I love it.
She's got files.
She said, Brian, that's the second time Lisa has said that. She knows what story you're going to tell because she directed the conversation so that you will. LLL. Absolutely, it's true. Because I love his stories and he tells them well. So I knew that we were going to sing that song, and because I'm an alto, obviously you guys know that Whitney is not an alto. Whitney is a soprano, mezzo soprano, and she's got range, right? I didn't have that top range. One of the other girls in my class was a soprano, which meant that she could get closer to some of those notes. Nobody can get to Whitney's notes, but she could get closer to them than I could. Now, remember, this is 7th grade. I am now 53. In the 7th grade, what was I, 12? Yeah, right, 12. Mm-hmm. So I'm carrying this around for 40 years. Mm-hmm. So what happened is she got the lead in the song because she could sing better than me. That was my 12.
You had it in your mind.
You can't sing. In my mind, it was you can't sing. Because you can't sing that song because you weren't picked to lead that song. So to reconcile myself with that, whenever I would get a compliment about, oh, that sounds nice, and oh, you sing so nicely. I'm not a singer. I can't sing.
Well, I can carry a note I can borrow a note sometimes.
That's my favorite one. I can borrow a note sometime, but you better hurry up and get it back before I lose it.
Yeah, that's one of those self-deprecating things.
Absolutely.
Now, we're doing better. Lisa and I are getting better at policing each other.
Yes, in a loving way.
In a loving way. When I catch her saying something that I think is a bit too self-deprecating, I need to lovingly let her know, baby, this is what it sounds like to me. And no, please don't insult my woman, okay? Because she's my woman. I don't even let my woman insult my woman, okay? So But yesterday I said something self-deprecating that was a bit out of character, and Lisa lovingly reminded me, whoa. We don't talk like that about my husband. So it's 9:38 now. We're not going to neglect you. Monday is the most important day of the week. So have a good week. Have a good Monday. And we want you to start off your week in a good way as well. We're going to do our greeting songs. And
Serenade you.
Because you deserve it.
Absolutely. Dr. Beverly is up first.
Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Good morning.
Thank you for your diligence and you keeping track of everything.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm.
Good morning again to you, Dr. Deborah. I hope you had a great weekend and having a great week ahead of you. Sister Yvette is here.
Absolutely.
Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette.
Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette.
Good morning. Good morning.
Absolutely.
Good morning to you as well. Thank you for joining us daily as you do.
Miss Phyllis is
here.
here.
So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. We're always happy to see our friend Miss Phyllis pop through. Our friend Melissa Price is here as well.
Oh.
Bang, 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 bang. Melissa's home. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's home. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. Always happy to see you here. I hope you had a great weekend with your beautiful family.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hey,
boy, Johnny's up in the house. Johnny, you need to come through here again. Some more, man.
Absolutely. Bill's here.
Our friend Bill Brown is here. Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill Brown. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. And
the impetus, the star, the beginning of it all, when it comes to the greeting songs, Mr. Billy Bronco. It goes, Billy Bronco.
Hey!
Billy Bronco.
Hey!
Good morning to my brother. How you doing?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, there's somebody. Stephanie Morris is here.
Stephanie.
Life has new meaning
to me.
There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good morning, Stephanie. Always good to see you. Our friend Brenda.
Yes, and you can catch Stephanie on Thursdays at 12 noon. Stephanie with heart-to-heart conversations with Stephanie. She is on the Empowerment Network and she is part of the Empowerment family on Thursdays at noon. And Miss Brenda's here.
It's tricky to buy a home or sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda.
Hey, choose Brenda.
Brenda.
It's tricky to buy a home, just a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda. Hey, choose Brenda.
Dr. Beverly likes, I love when you say,
oh, yeah, we got to get Vivian in there. Was she on this morning? Did I miss
Let's do it anyway.
Vivian, if you're ready, Vivian is here and now the show can go on. Oh, boom, boom, boom.
We got him in, I think. That's all right. Now, is the show good? Do you guys like the show? Do you want to share it with anyone? We believe that sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
So if you have a friend that's entrepreneurial, mature, could you please invite them to check us out? Just check us out one time.
Come hang out with the people.
Check us out one time. After one time visiting our show, they kind of have an idea of how we flow. And it may be for them, and it may not be for them. They might be one-time visitors, and that's fine.
And you know what? Waking up with a little bit of laughter, a little bit of camaraderie. I don't know about you guys. It feels a little bit like unity. It's sort of like this is the moment.
Teamwork.
This is the moment when everybody is coming in, checking in, meeting at the water cooler. That's kind of what it feels like in our show to me. It's kind of like checking in on everybody. How you doing? How you feel? How's everybody going? Here's a little tip for the day. Here's a little quote for the day. Here's a little something for the day. Go ahead and make your head small.
That's right. Now, look, our show starts Monday through Friday at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And what is one of the ancillary benefits it's done for Lisa and our household is it's added another place where we have to be. It adds some regularity, some stability to our day. Consistency. Mm-hmm. Now, we work before the show starts. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, even though we both work before we get out of bed, I know we both work before we get out of bed. And I know we both respond to things and we earn money like Lisa did before she got out of bed today.
Today.
Okay.
Touching 3 times.
Before she got out of bed. That's good. Okay. But I still count the work we do before the show as I count it as bonus
extra work.
Yeah, that's extra work.
Exactly.
It's extra. The real work starts at 9.
Yeah, absolutely. The real work starts at 9. Dr. Deborah says, yes, I love starting my day with this show. We love starting our day with you.
Yvette sharing our video with friends.
Thank you for sharing.
We appreciate you.
Excuse me. We do appreciate you. So a couple of things, just a reminder, Male Empowerment Networks tomorrow night at 7. If you have a man in your life that may be feeling some of the burdens of life, or that is a very, very wise gentleman in your life, in either one of those circumstances, whether you need some support or you want to give some support, Male Empowerment Networks is for you. We certainly will invite you. It is male only on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Ladies, if you got to help them get connected, and then leave the room.
Yes, Male Empowerment Networks is another thing that's added a lot to my life. I grew up the oldest of 4 with 3 younger sisters is what I grew up as. And the ministry of my life, life had to teach me what my ministry is. My ministry is men and teenage men. That's my ministry. And that's who I can minister to and for and with. Absolutely. So and I need them. I need to hear their stories. I need to tell them mine. And we grow together. We grow. We've been doing that since 2013. And that's why I'm going to always keep a men's group going, because men need men. And Superman really is a myth. I promise you that. There's so many men right now, ladies, that you have known that suffer silently. Men cry in the dark. I'm promising you that, especially when they don't know the answer.
Absolutely. And ladies, Women Empowerment Networks is the unique opportunity for you to come out and be celebrated. Women's Empowerment Networks is on Friday at 7 p.m. The first thing we do is we hear about you, hear about your accomplishments, and celebrate you with applause, love, and support. And then we do a fun activity together. We may learn something, and we just enjoy the evening together. Just spend an hour with us at Women Empowerment Networks. It is also a free event. You can go to bit.ly/when2521 to go ahead and get registered so that you will get the reminder.
We've got a couple of minutes left. Today's the first day of March. Can you believe it's already March?
It is March.
So that means February just ended. Mm-hmm. Now, when we reflect back on our February, we're going to see that we, Lisa and I, helped facilitate 3 showcases, mm-hmm. 3 author showcases in one calendar month. We did 1, then we had a week off, then we did 2 in successive weeks. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep. In addition to running a daily show 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, right here on the Empowerment Network.
And men and women.
Absolutely.
And keeping a book of clients.
Absolutely. Managing our clients has been amazing, and actually gaining so many new clients as well. Beverly says, Billy Bronco, we love you and we're praying for you. If you need anything, call me. And she includes her phone number in there. Strong faith, strong finish. Amen. And we believe that to be true.
Beverly has always been courageous enough to post her phone number. I just don't want Beverly to be caught out there with some nonsense call.
Well, we don't think Billy is going to be the nonsense call, but somebody else might just grab that phone number. But you know what? The hang up button still works. The hang up button still works, and so do the block button.
She's my sister, and I don't want my sister to be subjected to some bullshit.
Hang up, block.
I don't know if did I tell the story about my sister Stacy last week?
No.
My sister Stacy, she's 8 years younger, so she's 45 years old. Okay, she's 45 years old, and she's worked in doctor's offices all of her adult life, more than 20 years. She's worked in optometry offices. Okay, that's what she does. That's her thing. Okay, she services the clients in eye doctor's offices. And last week, she was taking care of this client. It was near the end of the workday, and my sister is rocking braids right now, and her braids have gray hair in her braids. And this is my youngest sister, Stacy. And this lady asked her, she goes, I don't mean no harm by this. I hope I'm not being rude. She goes, but when Black people braid their hair, can they still wash it? Now, my sister Stacy, she's heard stuff like that before, but this particular time it hurt her feelings bad, you know. And Stacy says, first she's like, why would this woman ask me that? And she was all in her head. She goes, well, yes, we can still wash her hair. And then Stacy said, when the woman was leaving, she said to the lady, you have a nice day. We'll see you again. And she felt so defeated by having to say that to that lady, you know. And it was very, very hurting to her and upsetting to her. She made it all the way home and she was crying, and she called her big brother to help put her back together. And I let Stacy know that I reminded Stacy of stuff that she already knew. First off, that lady's problem was her problem, not yours, Stacy. She goes, well, maybe she was thinking about the grease in my hair. No, it had nothing to do with the grease in your hair. It was just that lady's issue. But even today in 2021, these kind of questions go out there and they still hurt. So I spent a great deal of time with my sister trying to put her back together. But I said all that to say to you, you don't know what your friends around you are going through, and just opportunities that come to you where you can minister and you can be helpful to others for even little things that are said to them.
So bolster your self-confidence is number 2. And you can also help to bolster someone else's self-confidence.
Sometimes someone needs you to do that for them. They can't do it for themselves.
Absolutely.
In that moment because they're stressed or taxed.
Absolutely. Okay. So this is the Empowerment Network, and our network has 3 ideal focuses. The first is personal conversation. The second is business information. And the third is spiritual inspiration. All of our content contributors can contribute to those in those 3 ways in their own little way. And all of them do them in their own style. We have Cortez talking about marketing and money at 8 a.m. right here on the network.
Fantastic show.
Absolutely. Followed by us at 9 a.m. and with personal conversation, business information, and spiritual inspiration with a little bit of shenanigans thrown in. Then following that, we have Coffee Time with Coach Ja at 10 a.m. You get some poetry, some inspiration, some civil information, as well as 11 o'clock one-word conversations with William Brown right here on the Empowerment Network. Now, on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., you get some healing moment from Dr. Deborah, a healing moment with Dr. Deborah.
8:30 p.m.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to discover what this month's focus is. And then moving on to Thursdays at 12 noon, you get heart-to-heart conversations with Stephanie. Not to mention my show on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m., Stories of Overcoming with Lisa Santiago McNeill.
Are you changing from doing it all?
Yes.
Okay.
Until I get it where I want it to be, I will continue to change it.
Beverly says, thank you, Brian, for your words of protection and comfort for us girls. Yes, Lisa, hang up, block work greatly. And I know people. Told you I'm security.
That's right. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Kelly.
Yes, Glenda. And I got you on my calendar at 11, Glenda. I'm ready. Glenda's on my calendar today at 11 a.m.
Glenda's riding on the freeway with makeup in her pink Cadillac.
She wanted to say that publicly, y'all. Bragging.
It's all good. It's all good. Kelly Little, I had an introduction that I wanted to foster between you and one of the newest authors. For those of you who have seen my post, the newest author of the Empowerment Network is the The Boy Who Dared to Dream by Brad Wilder. And I definitely want him to connect with you. I believe that you could assist in some of that mentoring.
Glad you're ready.
As an
Glenda says,
author.
she's I'm ready, and thanks for my song. I'm glad you're ready.
Welcome. You got Kelly's song.
What did we say, Kelly? Oh yeah, Kelly, 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 can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your jazzy ways. That's it, Kelly. I love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's right. I am Stephanie's guest this Thursday. I'm actually going to be showing up all over the place on the Empowerment Network. What? Bill, you don't need me this week? Dr. Deborah, you don't need me this week? So I am on Today with Melissa.
You say that to Bill and Dr. Deborah, they'll find a place.
I know. So I have Melissa today. I think it's 2 p.m. Melissa confirmed the time for me so that I don't mess it up. And then on Thursday at 12 noon with Stephanie. And I cannot wait for both of those opportunities to share from different perspectives.
I didn't even mention what follows us next. At 11 a.m. today is coffee time
with Coach Ja. Yes, so tune right in, stay right here, go run, grab something to drink. We certainly hope that you have level set your goals for today and that you're moving forward. Tomorrow is habit number 5, and we're looking forward to sharing that with you.
Another thing, we got lucky. Well, I know we got to get out of here, but today's the first of the month, and it happens to fall on a Monday. This is the perfect day to set your goals for the month because you get all the days and you get to start on a Monday.
Absolutely.
The perfect day to set your March goals is today.
Did you set a February goal?
Monetary goal February?
Yeah.
Shame on me, I didn't, but I'll do it for March.
I did. I met my goal.
Yeah, I didn't do one, but I did pretty good money-wise.
Gotta do it. Gotta have those goals set. If you don't set a goal, you won't make a goal.
Hard to hit a target that you can't see, even harder to hit a target that you don't even have.
Absolutely. So this has been Let's Talk About It on ESPTV7, on the SIBN Network, iHeart, iTunes, and right here on Facebook Live.
And remember that your life is not a scrimmage or a practice game. There's no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time the speedster takes its toll for all of us. Every day really is the Super Bowl. So God bless you and go forward and live your Super Bowl life today.
And remember that you have been blessed by the blessor to be a blessing. Permission to be amazing has been granted.
Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month.
Don't forget to have sex.
Sex and come on.